Hello friends, welcome to the Tableau Automation series. So far we have covered introduction to Tableau, sample Tableau dashboard functionality, where we learned like how to apply filters and other things, and then install Java. Because from this point we are proceeding towards the automation. So how to before automating the Tableau dashboard, we will be taking Java and Selenium help. So installation of Java, then installation of Eclipse as a IDE for the as a Java to write the codes, and then we have created a sample Maven project and added all the Selenium Java dependencies there. Then we have written a sample script to automate the one sample web page. Then we tried to automate the Tableau dashboard, uh, but it was impossible because Tableau elements are not the real HTML elements. Then we have then we are searching for another alternate way. How can we automate the Tableau dashboard? And then for that we will be taking help of a intermediate template, or we will be designing a HTML web page. Then through that we will be calling that Tableau web page. Okay, so creating I told you here how to like create sample web page and how to host it in your local host, because we will not be directly browsing opening that file, we will be opening through server. Then I told you how to refer an external JavaScript file containing functions, how to call the functions inside HTML web page. Okay, so further moving forward, so far we have seen uh, last time like we have two URLs to automate. One is sorry, one is this one, GDP per capita. This is one URL. Another is this Tableau URL. Why it is not opening? Let me check the internet connection. Okay, it is opening. So this one is one easy one to automate, but a sample web page like in your project or in your company organization, you will find like this way. So it is little bit complex and more uh, aligned towards the usability. So we will be taking help from this uh, dashboard to automate this. So like if I load this Tableau dashboard, uh, suppose this one, let me take it, and the inside the HTML web page, this is the HTML web page we have designed, and here we are referring like we have the header automation dashboard. Then we have added the line to call the Tableau JavaScript, which will be a facilitator to automate. So it will facilitate all our actions which we will be performing on the UI. Then this is the function file we are referring here, the function file. So all the functions will be available inside the HTML web page. We are writing it separately, so easy to maintain these functions. And in a single file you can write, but it will be cumbersome. So then one function page on load, we are calling init call. So init function will be called. Init function starts from here and ends here. It will be populating the URL. So URL, let me provide this value, GDP per capita. So here I am referring the first web page. If I open it, now it will be showing me that page. That page will be embedded here. Let it populate. I think it is a little bit slow. Let me inspect. Display the frame again, explain option to same origin. Okay, it is saying it should be of same origin. So we cannot directly call here uh, due to it is same origin. So in order to take that, we have another way to do the same. We have to capture uh, the click on the share link, and the shareable link you copy here and see what is the difference there. The URL we are referring, like this one we are referring, what is the difference? After that, the language enus display count equal to n and origin equal to bridge share link. So the same whatever is coming, add this part to the uh, like a function to the URL where you are referring that. If I add that, sorry, the complete I have think I have to take care. So Control Z, let append here, or you can directly copy paste the same URL. If you add it, the same thing I copy pasted whatever coming in the server link. Now if you open the web page, your automation tableau dashboard, now it has been refreshed, it will successfully refer to that link. Okay, now that is embedded, but we will be taking help of this dashboard. So click on the shareable link. You can directly try with this one. If it is not referring, then try with this option, share link. If you are working in organization, your Tableau page, you can directly paste the URL, see if it is accessible. If accessible, you do not need to paste anything else. Otherwise, click add the shareable link over here. Now try to refer. So now it would refer to the HR attrition dashboard. Let it load. See now HR attrition dashboard, it has already referred. Okay. So now the thing is inside the our sample automation dashboard. Okay, we can refer and uh, get the data, but it is again not the same. It is the same dashboard which is shown over here. Any change made over here is also uh, that is applicable here. So it is not the same thing. If you click over here, suppose 62, it will work, but you cannot access these elements directly. Okay, see total attrition change to 62. As 62 I clicked here, you cannot directly also interact with these elements, so we have to take the help of Tableau JavaScript over here. Okay, through Tableau JavaScript we will be taking the help. So in order to get the data from these sheets here, each one is a sheet on this page, each section, uh, because it is a good example of Tableau dashboard, that's why I am not taking this one for our demo, because it one everything is inside a single sheet. Okay, so that's why I'm ignoring it. I'll be taking the example of this one. So if you click here, if you inspect, open the network tab, on this page there are different sheets. Okay, this one, this is inside a sheet. Just click, if you are performing any action, just click on this one. See the select, in the select the worksheet name is department. Okay, so it this sheet is completely department, it is one sheet the developer had designed. Inside that they like fitted this data. Similarly, it is department. If I click on this, let's say total attrition, in the select, see what is the worksheet name, KPI2. So multiple sheets are present. If I want to get the data of this KPI2 and another is department, how I will get that? So I will have to uh, inform the sheet, provide the data for that sheet, whether the KPI2 or department. So for that I will pass the instruction to the JavaScript. So how can I pass? I have to add a text box over here. There I will pass. I will call the JavaScript function. So inside the dashboard, write write a text box. So it will be here. It will come before the button. Okay. So right, the I have given you one session regarding the in the previous lecture regarding the HTML elements. Apply that. Right, input. Okay, input tag. Then give it a name. Let's say ID equal to. Suppose we will be passing everything, every parameters over there. Give it a name like filter case, because we will be applying some filters also to there. Okay, so filter case. Give a name to that name, or you can give the name like input box. Input box name equal to input box. Set some size. Size equal to 10. Okay, now refresh the web page. See, the input box is coming over here. Okay, so there I will pass the sheet name and click on this button get data. It will give me the data, but I will have to make the size little bit more. Let's give it size 80. Are in this. Now we have the get data button. This automation dashboard. Make the label little bit at the let it be at there. So now see automation dashboard and we have get data. Okay, and similarly made another button for filter. Okay, so there we will be applying the filters. Okay, make it before get data. Button ID equal to it would be apply filter. Filter, give it on click. We will be creating a function apply filter. Apply filter. Okay, apply filter. Class is button. Class equal to button enabled. Its name is apply filter. And its name is get data add class button, make it enabled. Now refresh the page. On click get data, we will be getting the summary of the page. Means I will let you know get data, get summary data. We will be creating a function. Okay, refresh the page. Let me explain you what is the purpose. Suppose this is the input box for to follow our instructions. Okay, this input box is to follow our instructions. See here we have the dashboard. The purpose of this text box is to follow our instructions. Means whatever things we want to do. Let's say I want to get the data of this department. Okay, whatever information appearing here. Okay, I will validate like 12033 is the attrition number in R&D department. So I will get the data of this department sheet. Okay, let's say this one. total attrition. This is KPI 2, the sheet name I shown you. So that 237 I need to get that number. How to fetch the number? Okay, so I will provide the name here, the sheet name here. Okay, then I will click on get data. It will provide us the summary. Get summary data is one function of JavaScript that I will be calling. So I have given a name there, like get summary data, and get data is the name of that button. Similarly, if I want to apply some filter on this sheet, let's say I want to select this one, the only this person, or here 62, let's say, then I will provide the filter details on which sheet. It is a job role sheet, let's say. There in this sheet, in lab technicians, suppose I want to select, then I will pass that value, then click on apply filter. The apply filter function will facilitate and filter the value or select, like I am selecting manually here. Okay, the apply filter button will do that. I need to create that function, and I will show that how to do that. So you understood the purpose of these three things I have done. One is for apply button, one is to get the data, and one thing is to on which thing we need to, what action values we need to pass, that thing we have to write over here. Let's say first, suppose I want to get the data of this KPI 2. Okay, this KPI 2, this is the sheet name is KPI 2. So I need to get that data over here. Okay, so let's design the function to get the data of any sheet. So the function name is get summary data. Let's create a function get summary data. Here I need to pass the, here I have to write the code to get the data of the summary. Okay, get summary data of any sheet. So for that, mm, okay, another thing also we have to do. So that data, how you will get it? You will have to somehow display it, the data 62 number. Let's add another HTML element below the page. Okay, below the page, so that when you click pass the sheet number and click on get data, it will be populating that data here at the bottom. Okay, let's add one div tag here in the HTML page. Inside the body, div id equal to uh, data target. There we will be getting our data target. Okay, close that div tag. Okay, close that div tag. Okay, in that id we have given one div section, means one section we have added. mm, id is data target. So there from that we need to fetch the value. So we have to like initialize it in that div get data, uh, whatever the value we have given data target, we have to initialize it first. So in the at the initialize of function, let's assign it to null or empty value. uh, okay, var tgt equal to get that document target equal to document dot get element by id. What is the id of that element? Data target. Okay, then set the inner HTML as empty. tgt dot inner HTML equal to set it empty value. Because suppose if you are getting multiple sheets data, so before setting the data you need to initialize to that as empty, because otherwise if you are not getting the data it would be showing the previous sheets data if you have uh, tried for that. So then here we want to get the this sheet data. What is the uh, like we can get the sheet name here in the network. I have already shown, again saying the same. Suppose the 62, I am clicking on the sheet name is KPI2. Okay, that value I want to get. So add KPI2, then clicking on get data, we will be getting the data at the bottom 62. But we have to design that, means how to get that data. So for which sheet I want to get the data for this KPI2, so it is the value of this text box. Okay, then I have to fetch the sheet name from here, this text box. So to do that, write sheet name equal to same code document dot get element by id, get document by id, and what is the id? The name. Okay, we have given to the input box. Id is input box dot value. Sheet name equal document dot get element by id input box dot value. We can uh, print that console dot log sheet name entered for getting data equal to, you can write the sheet name here. Sheet name we are storing in the variable sheet name, so it will print. Let's run up to this, reload the page because code has been changed in the background. Let's wait for the page to load. Suppose we are getting setting value KPI2 and click on get data, sheet name entered, getting data is KPI2. Okay, if anything I entered, let's say XYZ, then it will be get data function is printing the same value XYZ whatever entered, because it has captured the value in sheet name variable and console.name. Okay, now the sheet name is inside the variable sheet name. Now we have to uh, fetch. Okay, we have to fetch the value over there from this sheet. So what we can do, we can write mm, we got the sheet name from the text box. Now write sheet, no, write in this way, Bhij is the entire dashboard, this thing where we have embedded. Okay, this is the Bhij, because we can see the visualization variable we have taken, new tableau page, there we have loaded. Okay, in that container we loaded this URL. So that is the thing veg. Veg is the entire thing, the tableau dashboard loaded with that container. Okay, then we have to find within the veg we have to get this data. Okay, so write veg dot get workbook, get workbook dot get active sheets dot get which sheet we want to get. We want to get this sheet. Okay, the name which we got from the text box or user passed, that sheet name. Okay, so store it with a like web element in Selenium, you store it in a sheet variable. It is the sheet object we can see say. So what is this code? Veg.get workbook. We are getting this workbook because a workbook may have many sheets. Let me explain you. Here it is one workbook and it is enters is one worksheet, one sheet, and inside the sheet there are multiple worksheets. These are small worksheets. Okay, inside the workbook. So you might have multiple tabs like the this one I shown you. There are multiple tabs in the GDP per capita. You can see the entire workbook has multiple tabs or multiple sheets. Okay, let me show that. Let it load. So but here it is one sheet. Okay, one sheet. So from that workbook I am getting get workbook dot get active sheet. Which sheet is active? The this sheet, the entire this attrition page, it is sheet or tab you can say. Here you can see the, the entire thing is the workbook. Okay, in the page entire thing is arranged in a workbook. Okay, and within the workbook these are different sheets. Okay, this is GDP per capita sheet. Okay, this is GDP per capita map, another sheet. Okay, these are different sheets there, but from which sheet we want the information? From GDP per capita, let's say. Similarly here the sheet name, whatever is the active one. Okay, the user has loaded from that active sheet, we will get the sheet name. It is the worksheet dot get worksheets dot active sheet dot get worksheets. You have to write work worksheets. So it is the worksheet. This is the worksheet. Name is KPI 2. Okay, that information we will be that get worksheet store in it object, sheet object, and inside from that sheet object we will be getting the value. Okay, so to if do that, let's print that console dot log. This is the object now. Okay, this is just a variable name text, but it is now object. So to get the name we can write console dot get name. Let's just print that up to this point whether the code is working or not. You can find any errors on the page load from the console. Give the name KPI 2 to here get summary data. Here we are printing this thing, the value we have entered, and we are taking the object name. Okay, it has some error. Let me check it. Hello friends, here the sheet, it is the object here get workbook, and it has multiple sheets. So get the active sheet which is opened. Okay, this one is the active sheet. dot get worksheets. Dot get worksheet, these are different worksheets, like this one is department, this one is uh, KPI 2. Okay, so dot worksheets dot get sheet, worksheets dot get sheet, because worksheets has multiple sheets. So dot get sheet, this is KPI 2, the name which we are collecting from the input box. Okay, then I'm printing the sheet dot get name. They just save. I have declared one variable here, sheet. So this is the sheet variable object. So let's run it. Suppose I am getting the data of KPI 2, get data. See, sheet name entered is KPI 2 and it is the object dot name KPI 2. This one. Okay, it is printing. Now we need to get the data of that KPI sheet 2 from the object. So we can write sheet dot get summary data async, get summary data async. We have to dot, then it is the JavaScript notation. Write a function t dot, then function t, inside that table equal to t. Okay, then close the curly braces. This one, this will get the summary data async from from that sheet. Okay, but one thing here, we have to provide a option. Okay, uh, with that option, suppose I want 5 rows or 50,000 rows, so we'll set it to highest number so that that number of data will be visible. Okay, so define that options here before we call the summary data async. Options equal to max rows, max rows. We will be setting the value 5,000, because 50,000 it is the maximum rows of data, number of data we need, because more than that it will not come. Ignore aliases, aliases false, ignore selection true, include all columns false. It is the options variable. Okay, now with the options, only consider this one, maximum rows this much. There are different options available in Tableau JavaScript side. With these many options, let's say 50,000 rows, we are collecting the summary data. Okay, and that summary data we need to uh, set inside the we need to show that data somewhere. So we have added the data target. In the data target we need to set. So for that, write the element we have taken inner HTML, it is initially set as empty. So now set that value there, tgt dot inner HTML equal to, we can add JSON, because the data it will provide us summary data async in a JSON format. Okay, That JSON format data we have to store here. JSON dot stringify this table. Here the data is stored in the JSON format. Table dot get data, because the data will be in a tabular format, and that JSON table we need to format it. Okay, there we will be storing the data in the, we are setting in the inner HTML of the target element. Okay, the table we have to define as a variable here. So in declare it here, let's set the value here, KPI to copy it and reload the page. Enter the sheet name here, click on get data. Let's see whether the data it is populating or not. See, it is working on the sheet. Let's scroll. I think it is hiding in between. See, the value is coming over here. Okay, 237, whatever the value, JSON tabular format. These are actually rows. So JSON, inside the JSON it is coming 37, but we have to show it little bit down. So that let's add some breaks in the HTML element. So to add that inside the HTML element, add some break lines. Okay, so here the data target and the container which is having the um, Tableau page. Add some break lines. You can add in small case as well, as it looks good to you. Load the page. Let the page load. So add some break lines over here so that the data will be populating at a correct distance and it is good to look. So refresh the page. Suppose we want to get the data of sheet KPI 2, get data, click enter the sheet name, this sheet KPI 2. Okay, KPI 2, no sheet exists, KPI space 2, the sheet name to be exact. See, we can get the value 237. Suppose I change this value 62. Now if I click on again get data of the sheet KPI 2, KPI 2 is input and this is the function called on clicking the button get data. So you can see now 62. If further I want to apply the filter over here, okay, only this one is a filter per here. Suppose let's say I select 57. Now it is 57. Okay, whatever the data, get data, it will be showing the value 57. So you can get the value from this JSON because it is your HTML element. Okay, it is your HTML element, data target, ID equal to data target, in Selenium get the value by ID. You can do that. If you inspect, it is your HTML element ID. By this ID, the value whatever coming, you can get text, and then you have to parse that JSON. So I will tell you how to do that in upcoming lectures, but to see the value in a good way, JSON viewer, you can go to the JSON viewer and add the value here. Click on format the value. See, in the JSON array, one element is there. You have to take the value, not formatted value. Ignore the formatted value. The value you have to fetch. You need to like parse the JSON and take the value. You can do that. Now you have the value. Similarly, get value from some other sheets. Let's say department. So what is the sheet name of this sheet? So for that, enable the network tab. Click on it. Okay, let's once again select over here. The worksheet name is department. Enter the sheet name and click on get data. You will be seeing the value whatever is coming here. That 57 is coming. Format. You can see the value inside the JSON array. There are 5 elements: sales, ex employees, zero. Look after which one is giving you the value. Like this 57. Take the fourth one, this one. If I unselect it and again if I click on it, get data, see this time it is giving more data because it is taking into consideration this 269 because filter has been removed. I will say how to apply filter and remove filter in the next lecture, but let's understand the get data, get summary data format. You can see here the values. Three things are there. One is for the sales of X employees, 57 is one value. It is for the attrition is 57, and for sales 269. 269 is the retention. Let's check. 269 sales attrition is 57, retention is 269, retention is 269. So take the fifth index, and I think it would be the total. It is sales null category. Ignore this. You have both the values from the one first and second index. Okay, 0 and 1 will be providing you the details. Others is like the tooltip or anything the developer is providing. So you are getting the value. Okay. So similarly, we can get data from any other sheet also. Let's get the data from this survey score. So for that, click on anywhere to know the sheet. Sheet name is environment satisfaction. Okay, enter the copy the value and add over here environment satisfaction. Click on get data. You will get whatever the value selected. It is for environment satisfaction. Now you can get the data. Only the value is the environment satisfaction. You can see for the sales because we applied filters, it is 269.57. Okay, for the current employee retention. Let expand it like 1848. Those things should come here. Let me check whether that 1848 things are coming or not. No, not coming. Let me check once again. Inspect whether correct sheet we are taking or not. Network. Select this one. Environment satisfaction is the sheet name. Let us give any name random and get data. It should be assigned to null, but it is not setting it to null. So it is the older data. So now let me enter the correct sheet name. Get data. It is not extracting the data of that. Is there an issue? Let's check. Cannot read properties of undefined get name environment satisfaction. Okay, what is happening there? Let me check. Actually, I was doing some mistake here. The set name is environment satisfaction, but there is a space at the end. If you copy this and put over here, there is a space. So take the exact name including the space. So on get data, you will get the values of environment satisfaction, whatever is selected now. In the JSON array, you can see the details. Only like 18 is the value coming because 18 is selected. Suppose I select environment satisfaction now, click on get data. The entire sheet is environment satisfaction. So for that, we only we will get the value 1848 kind of whatever details appearing format. The entire detail value 4 is 80. We can see here 80 is on the fourth column, okay, and 14 would be on fourth. 14 is also at fourth index. Then at 3, 85 and 12, 3, 85 and 12, 2 would be 1356, 2 would be 56 and 13. Getting my point? 1 is 48 and 18. 1 is 48 and 18. You are getting the value for environment satisfaction for this row. If you entire row, everything you want, then the data would be much bigger because we have removed the filters. So if you click on get data, then the data will be more, but it is not coming. I think it is another worksheet. Let's see in the network job satisfaction on the select. Yes, the worksheet changed. So for that we have to add the, if we want to get the data from this tabular grid job satisfaction, we have to give the name as it is along with the space whatever the developer has given the name. So for that, this is the value for job satisfaction. See, in job satisfaction, fourth index is 98 and 14. 98 and 14. Okay, the same we are getting inside the JSON. This is the value 14 and this is 98. So I hope you are in job satisfaction. The fourth index value is 98, another is 14. So I think up to this you are clear. You can get the value from any worksheet. Okay. Now the next part is how to apply filters, or like if I am selecting this one. So in automation, how will you select? Because for getting data, for suppose I want the value for this sheet, then you can pass the parameter in your uh, like setting value in the text box. This is the HTML text box we have designed. You can set the sheet, pass the sheet name over here and click on get data. So we will get the data inside the target we have designed in the target as a text, get text. Through get text you can get the value, and you can in a for loop you can get the value and you can compare with if else. Okay, you can do this up to, so up to this point. So in this lecture we have covered how to get data from Tableau worksheet. In the next lecture we will see how to apply the filters. Thank you, thanks for watching my video.